Hi, David. My response is for you for if NATO is considered an alliance. I would have to say pointedly yes, NATO is definitely considered an alliance. The text clearly states that although it's an unusual alliance, it is an alliance. What makes it atypical as opposed to typical, which is what people generally think about it, is that, like you said, it has continued outside the boundaries of conflict for quite some time. Not only that, but there includes a good amount of economic security through contributions by different states for how much military they were willing to support and pay um, into the NATO system, which has currently become something for the political climate when you look at stuff that President Donald Trump has been saying with regards to NATO. I think that something we can look at is that concept of it being a typical alliance comes from a modern conceptualization of NATO as what people for our time period, people for don't really have this education that we're receiving with regards to uh, policy, um, think of as an alliance because it is the longest lasting alliance that the United States has been a part of. When we look at what kind of alliances there have been in history, you look at something like in World War II and the existence of the alliance between the United States, Britain, and the Soviet Union. That alliance clearly only lasted as long as it was useful for, which then, as soon as an enemy was was gone, there became this existential threat between the United States and the Soviet Union, precipitating this Cold War, which perpetuated through the 90s. Um, we can see the reverse side of that with the Warsaw Pact and its effects and why it failed as the communist response to the NATO alliance led by the Soviet Union. I know I'm 5 seconds over. Thank you so much. Have a good one.